Football is broken down into different amount of players based on age groups. Whether it's 5 versus 5, 7 versus 7, 9v9 or 11 versus 11, each amount of players incorporates different positions and all include a goalkeeper, defenders, midfielders and attackers. The common formations used in the modern day 11-a-side football is the 4-4-2 or the 4-3-3. In each of these formations, we have defenders, attackers, midfielders and a goalkeeper. Now I'm going to explain the different roles and positions in these formations in the following video. As we can see on the tactical board, two different formations, one being the 4-4-2 and the other being the 4-3-3. In each of these formations, we have a goalkeeper, our defenders, our midfielders, and our attackers. Each position has specific roles and responsibilities when playing the game. The game has evolved quite a lot over the recent years, and new formations are being created all the time in order to create a different edge on the game and to defeat opponents. But today we're going to run through the roles, the positions and the responsibilities of each position on the pitch. So to start off with, we have our goalkeeper. The main responsibility for our goalkeeper is to prevent the ball from going inside the net. Their main job is being the last point of defense and stopping the team from conceding or the ball going into the back of the net. There are various types of roles for being a goalkeeper. The first is the standard goalkeeper. The key responsibilities is shot stopping and preventing the ball from going in the net. An example of a modern day goalkeeper who is excellent at doing this is David De Gea. David De Gea is an excellent shot stopper. Key attributes for this role: handling of the ball, positioning, eye-hand coordination, and diving. It's important that the goalkeeper is alert at all times and prepared to stop shots when the defense is beaten in order to help his team not concede any goals. The second role of a goalkeeper is known as the sweeper keeper. An example of a modern day keeper is Manuel Neuer or Ederson from Manchester City. The sweeper keeper also has the responsibilities of a traditional goalkeeper, but gets more involved with the attack. The sweeper keeper tends to be more comfortable on the ball with his feet and has the ability to make passes over the defensive line or to step outside of his box in order to help the team progress the ball forward. Key attributes to have as a sweeper keeper: passing, vision, a great first touch, and the ability to be quick off the line. This means if the ball is played over the top of the defense, the sweeper keeper needs to be able to rush out into these areas to get to the ball before the other team attacker gets there. Moving into the defense. In this formation, we have 4 defenders. We have 2 centre backs, also known as the centre half, a right back, which is known as a full back, and a left back, which is known as a full back too. The centre backs' main responsibilities is to organize the defensive line and to stop the attackers from getting into the box or creating scoring chances. Key attributes of a defender or a centre back: physical, being strong, quick and able to jump quite high. Being able to understand and read the game effectively. It is important that a defender knows how to understand and read the game in order to prevent attacks towards their goal before they happen. Examples of good defenders are Virgil van Dijk and Sergio Ramos. These players have excellent understanding and reading of the game. They are able to spot the danger before it happens in order to help their team defend well and prevent attacks from happening. Different roles of a centre back. We have the modern day centre back, who is a traditional centre back which just defends. And their role is to stop the ball from going inside the box, to break up attacks, and to prevent their team from conceding any goals. They are very physical, they are tough tacklers, and they can read the game very well. An alternative role as a centre-back is the ball-playing centre-back. These centre-backs are a bit more comfortable on the ball and a bit similar to a sweeper keeper. They are able to defend well whilst being physical and tackle, but also have the ability to advance into higher areas, as well as pass the ball very well in order to create chances for the team to score from deep areas. Good ball playing centre backs are Ruben Dias from Man City and William Saliba from Arsenal. These players get involved in the attack due to their ability to spot runs, good passing positions, and able to execute these passes in order to create chances for the team to score goals, whilst not forgetting the importance of their defending responsibilities. Moving on to our right back. The right back role has two key responsibilities. First is defending his position. The right back will face many challenging wingers who will look to cause problems for him through the wings. So their responsibility is to stop these balls from coming in, to stop crosses, and to stop the wingers from getting into dangerous areas to create chances. It is important that the right back has good stamina, can read the game well, and is a good at tackling. Doing so will prevent chances being created for the other team to score. Whilst also defending, we see today in the modern game that the right backs and the left backs are also used in order to create chances and to attack and to score goals. An example of the traditional right back and left back is Gary Neville and Gael Clichy. These fullbacks were very sturdy in the defense. They did not allow players to get past them due to their ability to defend at a high level. Alternatively, the modern day fullbacks can be known to be quite attacking, and we have different variations of fullbacks. Some who like to get very high up the field to create scoring opportunities, and some who like to drift inside the midfield to add extra support. Examples of attacking fullbacks are Trent Alexander-Arnold from Liverpool, Andrew Robertson from Liverpool, and Jordi Alba from Barcelona. Midfielders. As we can see in our two formations, we have midfielders. Sometimes we may have two, and sometimes we may have three. Midfield is a very important position on the football pitch, as it is the link between the defense and the attack. The position of a midfielder is known as one of the most challenging positions in the game due to the hard-working requirements needed in order to play the game. Key roles needed for a midfielder: good work rate, stamina, vision, and ball control. Due to so many different angles in this position, it's important that we check our shoulders at all times in order to know our surroundings and have great movement on and off the ball in order to find gaps in order to link the defense to the attack. The first role of a midfielder is our anchor. The key responsibilities of an anchor is to provide the extra security and support for the centre backs. Doing so allows the full backs to be able to advance and our midfielders to get higher up the pitch, knowing that there's security in the defense and the goalkeeper due to the anchor. A great example of an anchor is Sergio Busquets of Barcelona and Rodri of Man City. These players are excellent and some of the world best at dictating the tempo. They never lose the ball. They play short, simple passes in order to keep the tempo and keep the ball for the team, whilst also creating that link from the defense to the attack. Another role which can be used in the defensive midfield position is the deep-lying playmaker. A deep-lying playmaker is similar to an anchor as they come deep to collect the ball and dictate the tempo. But they also are more attacking in the sense that they want to create chances from these deeper areas in order to score goals and create scoring opportunities for their team. A great example of this is Thiago Alcantara from Liverpool and Jordan Henderson. These players have exceptional vision and passing ability, which allows them to spot out runs and passes to create goal-scoring opportunities from their team. Moving into our advanced midfielders, which is known as the 8s or the number 10. These midfielders are known to be more creative and to work harder on and off the ball. Different roles within this position are the box-to-box midfielder. The box-to-box midfielder requires a lot of stamina, endurance and work rate. The key responsibilities is to link the defense to the attack and requires them to get up and down the pitch in order to support their team. A good example of a box-to-box midfielder is Yves Bissouma from Tottenham. His relentless work rate allows him to support his team while they are attacking and also get back into great positions to support the defense when they are under pressure. Another example of a position in the midfield is the advanced playmaker. The main role of the advanced playmaker is to create as many scoring opportunities for the team as possible. Whether it's finding great passes, putting in great crosses, or also scoring for themselves, the main focus for the advanced playmaker is to attack. Whilst they also focused on attack, it's important that they also have great stamina in order to get back and support the defense. Great examples of advanced playmakers are Kevin De Bruyne from Manchester City and Bruno Fernandes from Manchester United. These players are excellent in finding space in order to create chances for their team to score goals. Moving into our attack. Sometimes in our formations, we have 2 attackers or 3 attackers. In this case, on the red team, we have traditional wingers. Wingers are similar to fullbacks in the sense that they have to focus both on attacking and defending. So they sit deeper in the formation. The traditional wingers are not as common as they used to be a few years ago, but are still very important to the game. The key responsibilities of a winger is great dribbling, great passing, crossing, and off-ball movement. It's important for the wingers to be able to create space and stretch the pitch. Wingers are known to stay very wide on the pitch in order to create space for movement from the midfield area and scoring opportunities. A great example of a winger is Ryan Giggs and Gareth Bale. These wingers were exceptional at taking on their defenders 1v1 or getting in behind to create crossing or passing opportunities for their team. On the other hand, the blue team has more advanced wingers in the attacking sense. These wingers stay higher up the field in order to focus more on creating or getting into the box for scoring opportunities. Compared to the red team, they have less defensive responsibilities, but it's also important for them to track back and to support the defense when required to. Examples of great wingers are Neymar, Ronaldinho, and Mohamed Salah. The position of winger has various different roles. The traditional winger likes to stay wide and create crossing opportunities and passes for his team to score. Key attributes to have is pace, dribbling ability, crossing, and off-ball movement. Another role in the winger category is the inside forward. The inside forward is similar to a striker who likes to cut into these type of areas in order to score goals. An example of an inside forward is Mohamed Salah, who tends to start off wide but finds his way inside to score goals for his team. Key attributes for an inside forward are dribbling, pace, finishing, and off-ball movement. Another role for a winger is the inverted winger. An inverted winger is a hybrid between a traditional winger and an inside forward. Though they stay wide when the team has the ball in order to stretch the pitch and create space, they also like to cut in to create chances for their team. They may not be as clinical as scorers compared to an inside forward, but they do their best in order to cut inside to create chances for their teammates. An example of a great inside winger is Bernardo Silva from Manchester City or Jack Grealish. These players will stay wide in order to create a lot of space for their team, but cut inside and look for passes and crossing opportunities through the runs made from the midfield or the attackers. Moving into our attack. Our striker. The striker's main role is to put the ball in the back of the net. Simple as. Strikers are there to score as many goals as possible and help the team win. But there are also various different roles for the striker. We have an advanced forward. The key role of an advanced forward is to score as many goals and put the ball in the back of the net. Simple as. This requires excellent finishing ability, pace, physical strength, a good understanding and reading of the game, and great off-ball movement. Another role, which is the target forward. The target forward is notably one of the tallest strikers' positions in the game, and their job is to link up the attack with the midfield. Instead of staying high all the time, the target forward would come deeper into these positions and hold up the ball using their physical strength, which will allow the midfielders to run in behind to score goals or the wingers to get high and create space. An example of a great target forward is Edin Dzeko from Manchester City. Key attributes for a target forward is physical strength, ball control, and passing ability. Another role which is key as a striker is the false nine. The false nine is a little similar to a target forward, but tends to be quite smaller. These players are a bit more creative, but can play as a striker. The false nine starts off quite high, but drops into these spaces in order to create passing opportunities for his team. Doing so will allow him to turn and create chances for his wingers or his midfielders to score goals due to his excellent dribbling and passing ability. A great example of a false nine is Robert Firmino or Phil Foden. These players are exceptional with their vision, passing ability, dribbling, and ball control ability. These are the different roles and positions on a football pitch.